There's a phrase that's often thrown around when people talk about the Bible and history: absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. But what does that actually mean, especially for us as Bible students? Let's dive into it, because this idea has shaped the way a lot of people look at biblical history. For centuries, critics have pointed out that archaeology hasn't uncovered every single place, person, or event mentioned in the Bible. Some use this as a reason to doubt the Bible's reliability. They'll say, if we haven't found proof of these kingdoms or figures, how do we know any of it happened? It sounds like a strong argument, until you flip the script. Here's a great example: the Hittites. For over 3,000 years, the only place you'd read about the Hittite civilization was in the Bible. No ancient Greek, no Roman, no Egyptian papyrus, just the biblical record. Scholars actually mocked the Bible for this. They said, see, the Hittites are just a myth. But then, in the late 19th century, everything changed. Archaeologists stumbled upon the remains of a massive Hittite empire, one that stretched across modern-day Turkey and Syria. Suddenly, all those biblical references didn't seem so odd. The evidence had been there all along, just waiting to be uncovered. That's why Kenneth Kitchen, a renowned Egyptologist, coined the phrase I mentioned earlier: absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Just because we haven't found something yet doesn't mean it never existed. Archaeology is all about patience. A single discovery can rewrite what we thought we knew. Still, let's be real for a second. The reverse is true too. The absence of evidence doesn't automatically prove something did exist. Archaeology has its limits. Not everything survives, and not everything gets found. But here's where the Bible stands apart. The biblical record has proven itself accurate time and time again, even when the evidence didn't show up right away. When we find that physical evidence, it usually lines up with what Scripture has already told us. And even when we don't, the Bible is still a reliable witness to the past, God's truth written down for us. So next time someone says the Bible can't be trusted because we haven't dug up every last artifact, remember the Hittites. Remember that archaeology is a journey, not a destination. The Bible is physical evidence in its own right, and it's proven trustworthy on so many levels. I can trust what it says because God does not lie.